can drink that because he works in an office.
Once
No, he
more,
doesn't.
we're coming back.
He works in the office we're sitting in.
Fair. He used to work in an office at a point. If you've
So
ever
did
worked
I. And so I can't drink wild turkey.
No, you
Hello,
don't
everyone.
understand it. Any man that works in an office either develops a taste for whiskey, a taste for cigarettes, or goes clinically insane.
I was gonna say a taste for blood.
I was gonna go with clinically insane, but I also think I've known Como the longest, so, you know. I've been there at 4 a.m. with Como. Still not
me.
as crazy as Craig. We can get into that some other time. Hello, everybody! The stream is up, by the way. We're back with more Abomination Vaults. I am your DM, Stray. We're gonna go around and just kind of give a shout outs to everybody, as it were.
Shoutouts to everybody. The turkey is wild and must crit more beasts.
Yeah, okay, sure. I'm not entirely sure why the stream is fucking up like this. There's some kind of... Hold on, is that real or am I hallucinating? We'll go around the table and introduce ourselves real quick, starting with you, Gex.
Crit.
He has a very small voice.
He does. Apparently,
That was
I'm
funny
just
once.
hallucinating because it's gone now, but alright. Good talk, Gex. We'll checks in the mail. Gideon, we'll start with you then.
Alright. I'm Como. I'm playing Gideon. He is the human fighter. He hits things real good, and sometimes does other stuff.
What brings you to the Gauntlet today?
Gideon's on a continual quest for fame and glory, but recently he's been dealing with a lot of bugs and trying to figure out more about what's actually going on here. He's disturbed.
Glory has a lot of bugs. No, I'm not hallucinating. There's something on my screen. That's weird.
That must be one of the bugs.
You could say that.
What are you seeing, Stray?
There's like
What
a
do your
Mount
health eyes
Fuji
see?
on my
What do
screen.
you see with your GM eyes?
Oh, okay. I know what it is. Our reactive images aren't working. The ones that light up when people talk.
So Mount Fuji up here?
Yep.
Natural transition to be expected, really.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh yeah. It's down apparently, so we're just gonna knock that out for now. No more Mount Fuji. Sorry guys. You guys aren't responsible enough for your Mount Fuji. Cezanne, we'll go to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Relief. I'm playing Sazam, the human cleric, venturing into the Gauntlet. And seeing a series of, frankly, concerning and strange imagery. Trying to figure that out at the moment.
We'll go to you, Wesk.
I'm Wesk, the kobold gunslinger. Just a kobold looking for validation and
I said your character, bud.
fair enough.
I believe you were demasculated last time.
Yeah.
You want to go into detail about that?
No.
Okay.
Crestfallen.
Good talk.
Or
Siri, you're
the-
up next.
Baby. I'm Zilly. I play Ziri. She is an animist with little buddy Gax, who you heard from earlier. And yeah, I'm actually not sure why I'm here. I never considered that. But hey, rolling with it because dead things and books. So
Okay.
Why am I here?
Dead things and books.
Okay.
Originally, you were just gonna make some quick cash from killing some things in a basement.
Oh yeah, then I got distracted by the dead things in the books.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Siri seems the type to have some attention problems, so you know it all checks.
The Fae
out.
are weird, you know.
Ooh, shiny.
In fact, I believe you killed everything in the basement, followed by "There's an eating contest," you say. So you know, yes, very typical Fae. For 1 hero point, who wants to remind us what happened last time?
I'd love to remind you, but I can't remember.
Both in
I don't think
character
Wes
and out.
can either.
No one?
I'm Cap.
I mean, I'll take it.
We
Go ahead.
did some stuff, and we went back to town. I don't remember what we did before we went back to town, but we went back to town and somebody...
Elevator.
Elevator. Nope, it's all dark. So we went back to town and Wes needed to sell some shit, so we tried to sell some shit and the first guy wouldn't buy it, so we went to the second guy and then he hurt Wes's feelings. And I don't know what everybody else did, but Wes and I went back to the Rowdy Rockfish.
Let's not skip
Is that what
over
it's
your
called?
daring jailbreak attempts.
You went
Oh
to jail.
yeah, we went to jail. Why'd we go to jail? Oh yeah, because Wes started a fight.
You tried to draw a gun in public.
Yeah, there was that little tiny detour to the jail that we took. And once in the jail, Ziri just decided to try and, morph into a rat and stroll out and take the keys, and it worked. And now she has a fanboy. Why do my characters always have fanboys? And then
You are
We
playing a
just-
6'4" tall goth mommy. It would be strange not to have.
listen, she's
God.
just going about her day being
Goth
herself.
Goat, mommy.
Called a satyr, thank you.
And go
But-
mommy in this house.
Anyways, yeah, so we just waltzed out, and El Capitan was like, yeah, okay, roll out, so we did. And we went back to the Rowdy Rockfish. And then we had a few beverages. And I took a nap in Gideon's bed, and Wes licked the floor. The end.
Memory's real selective record.
This is what I get from basically every session. This is how my brain remembers it.
Why don't you fill the blanks, Como?
Take your hero point, Ziri.
Yay! I did it!
But did anything of note really happen? Raleigh, tell us about your date.
Yes, well, they were, passed out drunk. Suzanne joined Rin over at the shore. We had a nice discussion. Suzanne totally did not trigger 100 death flags by promising not to die.
Oh yeah. Double promise.
Honestly, nice conversation. Also, Ziri, not related to the date, Ziri did kind of have a kind of important dream at the end. Did you recall?
Yes.
Yeah. My drunk dream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talk about your drunk dream.
It was very long, so I cannot get all of the details. But TLDR, there appears to be some real fucky shit going on that was very close to what happened earlier in the Gauntlet, where these little creatures seem to think that Ziri is somebody that she's not. So, yeah, and that may or may not be one. Damn it, I can't remember her name.
Belcora.
Belcora. Yeah, they keep seeming to mistake her for Belcora. And she had a dream from what she thought was her perspective, but seemed to be Belcora's perspective. So that's weird.
Okay.
Something about Death to Wolfcrown.
Nah, fuck that.
Fuck that, says man from Wolfcrone, and thus should probably hate Wolfcrone the most.
I mean, he's literally a member of the guard. I know
He's
what you want.
right, but he doesn't have to say it out loud. Like,
Look, it's got problems, but someone's got to keep it in line.
Okay. That's pretty good, though. Good job, guys. Especially shoutouts to Zilly. Is this her first time doing a recap?
No, I believe it's her second or third.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done a recap before.
Okay.
I think it
But
is
she does
literally
more in
her
the other
second.
campaign.
I have to make one thing that I forgot to make very quickly, and then we will begin. But I just want to, real quick, there we go. All right. We move now back to Otari as dawn breaks. Ziri, notably, you had such a fitful sleep that you actually did not get much rest at all. Luckily, all of your spell slots just fine. You didn't cast any spells before these guys pussed out and wanted to go home. You still had energy to spare, but you know how boys can be when they get a little dirty.
You boys.
You boys. Hey, wait a minute. And we find ourselves once more in the dawn of Otari morning. It is currently Albenhurden, the 13th of Farast, at about 9 o'clock in the morning. For anyone wondering, that is roughly March 13th. It's a nice early spring day, and we are going to continue where we left off at 9 in the morning. You each awake. Wesk, you're in the floor for some reason.
Ugh.
You're,
I'm feeling great. How about you guys?
there's a large puddle of someone's vomit beside of you, Wesk, but you're kind of rolled over to the other side, so it can't be yours. Ziri, you have probably soiled Gideon's bed somehow. I'll let you decide.
Who put this vomit here?
Okay, can I make a quick
Yes.
request?
Somebody peed in my pants, says Wes.
Oh shit, your pants, says Fear. Let's hear it, Raleigh.
Very there any chance I could get you to restart the music? Because I'm still hearing Rin's Wanderers on loop, and it's starting to drive me a little nuts.
Sure, but I can't. Like, there's no music playing right now.
It's still
Yeah, I'm
going.
not getting that either.
I'll just rewind.
Okay, you do that. I'll see you in 15 years on that MacBook, bud. Regardless, morning comes. Once more, one Brenda Vinkervell greets you with a sigh, a very tired look in her eye, bringing you a pot of coffee before seeing the pile of vomit and the cobalt on the floor.
I'm gonna ask her for a washcloth immediately.
Shakes her head, puts the food down in the doorway, and just walks away quietly.
I would
That's
like
probably fair.
to go ahead and get up, stretch and yawn. This is not my first rodeo.
Ooh. Did anyone get the name of that paint thinner?
Outcast.
I'm gonna
Morning,
grab
you.
some coffee and pour an extra glass or mug and hand it to Wesk or sitting down with the rest of it.
It's okay.
This
Alright.
Gax sits
How are
beside
you,
of you, still
Eric?
having not opened his little bat eyes.
Gonna poke him to make sure he's alive.
Yeah, he's sitting upright. He's just kind of following you around on his little bat feet,
Wes
nursing a hangover.
I'd like to give him his little thimble of coffee as well and pat him.
Riley is typing. This should be good. Okay. All right. You guys spend about 10 minutes just kind of wolfing down breakfast, waking yourselves up. What are each of you doing? Oh, sorry, it's not the 13th, it's the 23rd. March 23rd.
Close enough. Gideon will in fact grab a cup of coffee if Siri's willing to part with a cup.
That's fine. I'll let you grab a cup. Just gonna keep sipping in mine.
Like to
I assume
take
we're
some
heading back.
Or
But you're still at a
You
gear
too.
still.
I don't
two
think I'm
up
gonna
there?
sell. Oh. I don't think I'm gonna sell this. At least not for a while.
Eh? Got one up lead for you.
I didn't hear that. What was that?
I got one other lead for you.
Who would that be?
You can take it down to the Crook's Nook.
I don't think I'm welcome there anymore.
I can take it down to the Crook's Nook. But I mean, I assume if you'll just, be polite, they'll probably let you in. They're less
Wesk is gonna-
judgmental there.
Wesk is gonna hand you the gear. I don't think I'm gonna be able to be polite for the next. He rubs his forehead. 4 hours.
Alright, fair enough. Finder's speed is.
Okay.
Gideon will down a cup of coffee and then head off towards the Crook's Nook at earliest convenience.
Okay. You stomp downstairs quickly. You notice that Rin is waiting in the lobby downstairs, sort of fidgeting in place. Oh, hello, Gideon.
Hi, Ren. How's it going?
It is very early.
It is very early. I'm surprised you're awake. What are you doing here? Also, you're indoors.
Yes. You notice that she is continuously fidgeting.
I'm gonna
Waiting on
run my hand over her forehead, make sure she's not sick.
Hello.
Hi. You feeling alright?
Not great.
Did the priest do something to you?
No. Yes. Last night.
Should I be beating him or congratulating him?
What? No. Is Cezanne here?
Sazan is upstairs with the rest.
She
You might
continuously
wait for it to clean
fidgets. Sure. She turns on the balls of her feet and kind of shuffles out awkwardly, breathing a sigh of relief as she steps outdoors.
Huh. I still don't know if I'm gonna have to beat him or keep him. I 5 them.
She is a little pale looking. What are the rest of you doing as Gideon begins to make his way towards the Crook's Nook?
So, I just want to get the lay. How are you two doing? Are we going to be able to head out tonight, or it's going to be a quieter
I'll be
day?
fine enough to fight.
Just as soon as there stops being 2 of you.
We probably should clean up in here a bit.
Yes, the vomit on the floor that I think nobody has cleaned up yet.
That was why I said she should wait for someone to clean up.
Is there anything visible in the room to clean with?
I would say you could probably head downstairs, grab something from a small supply closet you've seen Brenda store her cleaning supplies in, and quickly scrub if you want.
None of y'all carry prestidigitation.
Here, I'll go get something. You two
They are divine casters.
just a little bit. I can take prestidigitation. I don't have it because I have cantrip limits. I believe that's the case. 100% on that. I'll go downstairs to fetch some cleaning supplies.
Oh yeah, I can take it too. Look at that.
Let me just get
What
my
is it?
prestidigitation gun,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
which I'm not sure
do
doesn't
anything
exist.
spell.
Okay.
I can assure you there are spell guns, Yuri.
Great.
I didn't know what this did. Looks semi-useful in
It's
some weird moments.
it's the literal do whatever the fuck you want spell for roleplay. I
Not
tried to
really.
use
It has
everything for
pretty
that.
big limits.
Yeah, 2E has really put some restrictions on it, but
I would not say making the simplest of magics for a range of 10 feet. With a sustained cast would be doing whatever the fuck you want it to do, but
it's roleplay shit. Anyway,
Anyway,
I don't think either of us have it, so I'll go downstairs and fetch some cleaning supplies.
Okay. As you run downstairs, Rin standing about 20-25 feet away in the doorway. Not inside, but she kind of notices you as you hustle down the stairs, giving you a timid little wave. Good morning, Cezanne.
Good morning. What are you doing here so early?
I wanted to stop by and see you before you left today.
So, appreciate it. Any particular
Oh,
reason?
yes. She reaches into her pouch and produces a small white cloth. No adornment. It's just a plain white cloth. Not even silk, really. For handing it to you. I made this last night. For you.
Thank you. I'll take a look at it.
Looks to be a plain little white cloth. There might be a little bit of a lace fringe, but that's about it.
I definitely appreciated speaking with you last night. We should do that again sometime.
Yes, that's what this is for.
See.
She looks very proud of herself.
I'll glance at it again. And
It'll protect you.
oh. In that case, I'll take it gladly.
You have received a new item in your inventory, Cezanne. Rin looks very proud, very relieved, gives you a small little smile as she hands it over to you. I hope you have a good day, Cezanne.
You as well.
She turns on the heels of her feet and begins to leave. Upstairs, Cezanne has been gone for like 5 minutes longer than he should be.
I would like to pour myself another glass of coffee.
You continue to nurse your hangover and pour yourself another glass of coffee, thankful that Brenda has now started bringing an entire pot of coffee explicitly for your own sake. Gideon, you arrive in the Crook's Nook. It's early in the morning. The tavern is quite empty. But manning the stalls is once more a familiar sight. One Esmeralda. As she spots you entering. Ah. Gideon. It's a bit early in the morning to be stopping by a tavern, isn't it?
Yeah, it's business. Unfortunately, I don't have another necklace for you this time. I do have something that might strike your fancy, though.
Oh.
I'll lay the gear out in front of her and see if it's something that she's got any interest in.
Give me a perception check. She's attempting to look disinterested, but for the briefest moment you catch, she is definitely interested in this. What makes you think that I would be interested in this? Just a gear?
I'm gonna look around the bar real quick. I'm assuming she has some level of, not necessarily clockwork equipment, but mechanical equipment.
Actually, it's a pretty bare bones bar. Once more, it seems to be a repurposed fishing house. There are trap doors in the tavern floors letting you fish directly into the river. Seems incredibly dangerous for a place where people get drunk, but hey, you do know that she is running the worst kept secret of the town, the Thieves Guild, however.
Yeah. Let's call it a hunch.
Well, I would be interested in parting with it. How much do you want?
Let's call it 40 gold.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh boy.
She eyes you a little askew. 30 gold. Wait. 20 gold.
Could you do 35?
20 gold, and I will make you a member of the guild.
Tell you what, could you do 30? I actually have a friend relying on this one.
I don't like your friends very much, Gideon.
Understandable. But I'm not speaking for myself here.
Fine, 30 gold since you're helping find our lost men.
We'll take it.
Come upstairs, then. She turns and leads you to a rather plain-looking staircase. There's just a single poorly made rope kind of blocking it off. She leads you upstairs, and there are about 3 or 4 men dressed in what you can only describe as eye-rollingly obvious thieves' attire. Wearing 7 or 8 daggers across their chest, leather armor, black, of course, black eyeliner, black lipstick,
7 or 8 daggers, men of culture.
black nails. Regardless, upstairs there are crates upon crates of strange-looking gear. I suppose you've heard the rumors by now?
1 or 2 throughout town.
Well, they're all true. She sticks her hand out in your face for the gear.
I'll hand it up. Wes, can you hand me the actual gear?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot to drag it into yours, my bad.
Not a problem.
Regardless, I believe each of you may now click the Crook's Nook, because I have went ahead and made shops again, since you guys seem to miss the shops.
I have to drag. What do I have to drag it over again?
Just drag it over my character portrait.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yes, his actual token.
There.
Yes, there we go.
And I believe you can open the shop menu and drag it into there to sell it.
Correct.
She gestures around before stowing the intricate golden gear into a pile of similar-looking gears and mechanical parts. Well, all of the rumors are true. If you're in need of goods of a complicated nature, we might be able to secure them for you for a price. I hear your smaller friend might have need.
Definitely much more of a him thing. I might happen by to take a look, assuming that's alright with you.
As long as he has an escort.
Understandable. Fine, I'll make sure he doesn't come alone next time.
Very well. You have a good day, Gideon. And oh, if you find any of our men, our deal still stands.
Certainly. I'm gonna add 30 gold to myself if you don't mind, and then I'll bow and take my leave.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as Gideon is doing his shopping and Cezanne is receiving his token.
Thought I was drinking another cup of coffee, waiting for Suzanne to come back with stuff so we can clean up the room.
Okay. Tazan, you hustle upstairs with, let's say, some rags, a bucket of water, and a mop.
Back.
The good news is, Tazan,
Welcome back.
your nose is working.
That's the good news.
Yeah.
The only good news.
Oh, we should probably get this place back presentable.
I'd like to rub my temples before standing up and beginning to tidy the room.
Okay. You do so. The smell is great.
I'm a fae. I'm used to it.
Wesk will
Seen a
attempt
drunken
to
vomit.
stand up from his chair before wobbling for a bit and sitting back down. Nope, not yet.
Give me a deception check, Wesk. It is the most exaggerated swagger you've ever seen. The man is
Gonna
clearly
hand him one of the
being fed.
rags.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk over and press a rag and some other cleaning stuff into Wesk's chest and nod at the vomit. Sorry, afraid that's yours, little buddy.
Okay. The other members of your party now foist upon you the entirety of the cleaning supplies. As if your day couldn't get any worse.
I'm going to struggle to carry it all because what would be a lot to them is almost too much to carry in my arms.
Getting you arrive back after maybe about 10 or 15 minutes of wheeling and dealing to notice Wesk face down, scrubbing up his own vomit, and the rest of your party members kind of cross-legged watching him.
Welcome back,
yes,
Gideon.
they say. Ah. Sazan, did Rin catch you?
Ah, yes. I was
Good.
kind of surprised she came over.
Yeah, me too. She doesn't seem to like buildings.
She came in yesterday as well. I'm a bit surprised.
I'm gonna start nonchalantly elbowing Sazan.
What?
Eh? Eh? Alright. Festivities out of the way. I'll look over at West. Alright. Here's what we got. I'm gonna hand West over 30 gold.
Oh. That was more than I managed to get.
You're gonna have to just add 30 gold because I don't know how to subtract
Okay.
gold specifically.
It's fine.
Also, you may want to check out the Crooks Nook sometime. Apparently, you're gonna need an escort, but they might have a few things you want.
What did you get me roped into?
Oh, well, excuse me for doing you favors.
Thank you. Can I ask you one more?
Go for it.
I have enough to get the same rune you got from Odd Stories. Do you think you could set me up with one too?
I can't remember if that was actually an Odd Stories thing or if that was actually a you know.
I'm pretty sure you
Here.
bought it from Odd Stories, if I recall correctly.
I think I got the +1 from there. I think I got the striking rune directly from Raver.
Oh, did you? Maybe.
I can't really remember.
On a character, they were both from Odd Stories.
Ah. Then yeah. You enjoy your chore work. Keep in mind you may not get this back for a day.
I mean, are you gonna go grab it and then immediately turn it over to Raver? In that case, I'll give you my pistol while you're at it.
It's,
Oh, do you just want
9
the
a.m.
rune?
Raver's going to be at the school.
I mean, if you're willing to do it all, then by all means. Wesk will hand over the pistol. I guess it means we're not going into the gauntlet until it's finished, though.
Why
Wait,
not?
wait.
Can't just do it with a hatchet? I'm gonna hold out the hatchet to Wesk.
Unfortunately, unlike you, I choose to put my my cause in with fine machinery and gunpowder. Without
Okay.
that, I am basically a cart without a horse.
Gideon, this sounds like bullshit to you, because you were basically fighting one-handed the entire time.
I really do hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but it's late enough that Raver's probably teaching right now. It was earlier than this when we tried to meet him last time.
Why can't I just meet him at school?
Bringing a gun into a classroom?
Oh my god.
Why not? One of the kids brought a sword, so
Well, you can
I'm
bring
not
it
bitter
into the
about it.
school.
I just realized Gideon's experiences in this town have been so one-sided. He would just, it's not the end of the world. If you can't, I would just prefer to have that, and so that I can get it put on at some point.
alright. Cost me the money.
All right. It was 60 gold, right?
65, I think.
For a striking, 65.
All right. Must hand you 65.
Is there an easy way to hand over an amount of gold?
If you separate your gold into the actual individual items.
I'm good. I'm just
It's an item
subtracting
under the treasure
65.
tab.
Okay, then
just-
no, just use
Cool.
your plus and minus.
I'll just add it. Alright. Anyone else need anything while I'm out?
I think I'm good for now.
Off to Melvin's Elvins I go.
Okay. Is anyone going with Gideon out?
I still have I cleaned up the vomit by this point?
I would say yes.
All right, I'll actually join him then.
Okay.
Do you want your money back?
It's fine. You're better at dealing with him than I am.
I'm glad that your marshals have not even one brain cell to split between them. I see Siri
I'm
has
gonna
all of
shoot
the
a
brain
glare.
cells.
For his third cup of
You?
coffee.
Look over at Siri and her mountain of gold.
Gax looks back at you, Gideon, sitting atop the mountain of gold. He blinks one eye and then the other. He takes a tiny sip of bat coffee.
Is this Morflint really such a troublesome guy?
He's harmless in the worst sort of way. You want to come with?
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Sazan, the people of the town seem to like you more than most of your party for some reason.
For some reason.
Although, you did just make a point about how Gideon shouldn't bring firearms into a school, but that probably doesn't have anything to do with it. And you did leave your party behind for about an hour on your date with Ren, only to come back and discover them passed out in their own vomit, but, you know.
I was fine.
Yeah, Gideon does seem to be fine. The kobold and the satyr... You don't want to sound racist, but...
I didn't even leave them. I just went to sleep.
I'm the one who left.
And you woke up to the smell of paint thinner. Either way.
I did try to open a window.
Are you guys
Yes,
heading
I'll go along
to
with
Odd
you.
Stories?
Yes. Yes, we
I
are.
see. Okay. You each make your way downtown. After about 5 minutes of walking downtown, you discover once more one Morblint. A dour, balding, short little man. Towering still over you, however, Wesk. You arrive at the man's shop.
Just gonna turn and look to Gideon.
As you enter, a bell rings above the door. Morblint steps out from around the corner. Oh god, it's early. He spots all of you. It's far too early. May I help you?
The early morning person. We're looking for a striking ring.
Okay. I thought I made it clear the last time you were here that I don't typically carry those sorts of things.
Do you know who would?
Yes.
Would you like to apply that information?
He glances down at Whisk. He glances back to you, Gideon. He licks his lips. Very well. Why don't you try that witch Ren? Or the madman downstairs?
The madman downstairs. Can you be a little more specific?
Your companion.
Yes.
Hmm.
Cheer him, Wes.
I guess you were right. Oh.
He's already
Yeah.
turned around and shuffled back around the corner into the back room.
I think
Sorry
we
for the trouble.
need to go for Raver's purse. Aren't you glad you met him? Looking over in Cezanne's direction right now.
I feel like I missed quite a bit here.
Me too, frankly. But let's just head over to Raver's real quick. Or we can see if he's at the school. But I mean, he's right around the corner, so
Let's just head around the corner and see if he's there.
should be early
Didn't
enough.
hurt to look. Maybe he's not teaching today.
You catch Raver stepping out of his shop. locking the door
Hey,
behind
Raver.
him.
Hey,
Long time no see.
Hello? Again? May I help you?
looking for a striking rune.
Do you have money?
Yes.
Very well. He turns back around and unlocks the door. His workshop is essentially it's somebody's barn that he has commandeered at this point. Various glass vials, a cauldron, some sort of large mechanical construct lies dormant in the middle of the room, but regardless, various barrels and boxes and crates full of potions, oils, other things lie scattered around.
Oh. Been quite busy the last week.
Yes, I have. I have a new job, you know.
Fair
I heard.
enough. Well, Gideon has the money, but we need the striking rune applied to my weapon.
I see. Well, he reaches into... Notably, this place is much more organized than Ren's Wonders.
No great surprise there.
I think that kind of, without saying.
He reaches down into a crate nearby before digging out a pulsating red rune. That'll be 65
that's right.
gold.
I'll hand it over.
You may purchase the rune directly from Raver's Atelier de Noir,
Oh, very cool.
affectionately named by Fear himself.
Doubly cool.
Raver also has several
Oh god. Now there's two of them.
oils and potions.
I'll hand that over to Wesk.
Let's go hand them both back to Raver.
Thank you. He puts it back in the crate.
He was handing over the rune with the weapon.
I see. I'm a little busy right now. Perhaps
After?
after. You'll stop by tomorrow?
Sure.
Very well. Now, if I could kindly ask you all to leave.
Sorry for making you late.
I'm not late. I leave early so as to get there on time.
So as to teach the kids how to do a fucking infinite.
Let's go step out of the way then and just pocket the rune for now.
Okay. Wesk,
Join them.
he steps past each of you, giving you a small nod before disappearing westward across the bridge to where the school awaits, heading down Menhem Street.
Well, for the time being, I don't think we have anything else to do. I'm doing much better than I was this morning. I assume that Ziri is the same. So if we've no other things to do, we should probably grab Ziri and head
Elsewhere,
back in.
Ziri, how many cups of coffee are you in?
I am shakily pouring myself a 7th cup of coffee. Eyes wide, teeth gritted.
Gax is vibrating in place so fast as to appear a little blurry. Gax received the benefits of a blur spell.
Yay.
Regardless, you each are heading back to the inn.
Yeah.
Let me just real quick Oh no, can I not get that to work? Oh, wait, hold on. I might be doing this wrong. Let me see.
On the way back, Susan, what did Rin come over for?
Oh, she had something for me.
Oh,
There you go.
Gideon, yet again. Elbow nudges Susan a few times. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'll show him the. I'll show him the
The lace.
lace. Yeah.
Give me a society check, Gideon.
Alright.
Or at least she made it after we spoke last night. She must have been up nearly all night.
This is known as a lover's lace, Gideon. It's typically a sign of affection given to a knight. More importantly, it protects the owner and the recipient and the gift giver are connected by a spell known as status, a little basic spell that essentially just lets the gift giver keep track of the condition and location of the recipient. More importantly, it's often given by clergy, blessed by clergymen, so as to protect its recipient, and it's able to staunch some basic wounds. It is customary to return it upon its return to its giver. It's the old knight's kerchief.
Yes. I'll let Susan know all that with a giant grin on my face.
Oh. It did seem.
Still grinning.
She did seem a bit concerned last night. Oh, that. Oh.
Okay. You each trudge through town. As you pass by the Otari market, a few people shoot Wesk a glare. Wesk, you take 1 point of mental damage. And you march by the Crook's Nook. It's about this time that you remember what Esmeralda said. Should you wish to escort Wesk inside so that he may take a look.
You want to stop and take a look?
Fine, let's just get this over with.
Alright.
It's about this time that Gax has begun to float in the air, Highlander
Oh,
style.
Jesus Christ. I just saw what Gax is doing.
What in the world is going on?
He's vibrating.
Yes, it's all something
He's
you've
about
seen
to
it.
slip out of
What is Gax doing? Ascending.
Revealing his true form. This prison of flesh stifles me.
Gee, here I thought that was going to be like a second to last encounter.
You see, this is what happens when you stuff a level 17 down into a creature 4.
He's fine.
Regardless,
Or,
you each step into the Crook's Nook, escorting Wesk upstairs. Gideon,
Yes.
Tazan, are you following?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Says on, this is possibly the most dangerous tavern you've ever been in. Not that your character has probably been in many taverns, but there are just open holes in the bottom of this tavern that lead directly into the river below.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Walking carefully.
Okay.
Are you sure this is the right place?
Yeah.
Upstairs, Esmeralda is still sorting some of her acquired goods from Ceylondia West. You've probably seen some of this before, but you were never allowed into Ceylondia proper, so it's really up to you how much of this stuff you actually know what it is. Oh, well, that was quick, says Esmeralda.
Yeah. He had a free time on his hands.
I hope he has some free money on his hands.
Enough. I'm gonna point to the spoon gun on the wall. That one looks fun.
It can be. Are you interested? I can show you how it works.
That's gonna be this guy. Point at Wesk.
She glances down at Wesk. So is that for show? She points to your slinger's mark, Wesk.
Wesk is going to look down at the slinger's mark and back up to her. Not in this town, apparently.
You know, because a real slinger would be trying to arrest me right now. Are you aware of what you've brought into my tavern, Gideon?
Okay, then.
Oh, sorry. He walked out of the room.
That would be nice to know.
I'm sorry you didn't say my name, so I wasn't paying attention. I was just kind of staring at the screen, and I was like, wait, Gideon is... Oh, yeah.
Big oof. Regardless.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He just kind of quickly strode out of the room.
Scamper. The word is scamper. Regardless. Wes, there are
Oh, I think
several
Okay.
gadgets here, should you want them. It's up to you how useful you might see them. Concernedly, she has mines, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah. I'm looking through and over what she has.
Several gadgets, a few combination weapons, which have been picking up in popularity in Ceylondia ever since the Mancers War. There have been laws to crack down on the sale and carry of firearms lately, now that Wolfcrone is kind of coming in. But in typical Mancer fashion, by slapping a gun to a sword, it is not technically a firearm anymore. As well as that, you find a couple of blast boots, some foam chassis, some clockwork goggles, and armor plating.
Wesk is going to stop and look at the grappling gun closer.
Okay. Aye.
This could be useful.
Oh, it's got many uses. 3 gold, and it's yours. It's a deal.
Let's go fish out 3 gold.
Okay. You do so.
He's returning.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. For some reason, it gives you 2 of them,
Two.
it seems like. Just mark 1 off.
Yep. Let's go. Put that into a side sling on his pack and nod to her. He does take a moment to study the bandolier. Maybe next time, he mutters to himself before turning back to Gideon.
What did I
Oh.
miss?
We took a look. I've got what I want for now. I'll turn back to her real quick and give her a slight nod. Thank you.
Anytime, Slinker. I suppose this is the only place to get goods like this side of the gap anymore. Ever since his kind, she points to Gideon, have been, well, making it difficult to earn an honest day's living.
Whoa. Don't lump me in with the Dragoons.
No, but you are from that gray city, aren't you?
Sure.
Yeah, but I found that he's one of the not so bad ones.
She shrugs. Well, he's not tried to get in my way or stop my business, so I suppose he's fine by me.
I also have no jurisdiction out here, and considering what the Dragoons are doing, I don't...
Did you have any
Mine.
jurisdiction?
Considering what the Dragoons are doing, I don't mind people actually taking an interest in Ceylondians' technology and engineering.
No, I mean... Well... Did you pass your mark? Or did you pull that off somebody?
Let's go. Take a moment. Who's to say that they can't be both?
Very well. The laws are just some papers made by some old men. Have a good day, Slinger.
Mescal, turn and walk out.
Okay. You each return to the Rowdy Rockfish.
As Gax is vibing into a dimension.
Gax is surrounded by some sort of strange arcane sigil Ziri seems unconcerned with. He is ascending slowly into the air. You can't quite grasp his true form.
I would like to gently grasp him and pull him back down.
Okay. All at once, the magic sigils sputter out, and he returns back to his.
She can grasp his true form.
Doesn't usually do that.
Hmm?
Never mind.
He returns to normal.
I would like to chug whatever little coffee remains in the pot, just straight out of the pot, and then stand up, rub my hands together excitedly. Alright, I'm ready. Where are we going?
We going back now?
Would like to further examine that area with the ghouls.
Alright, let's do it. And just eagerly walk out of the room. Making sure to grab and bring Gax with me.
Okay. Gax squeaks as you snatch him up off of the ground, shoving him into one of your pockets. His bat head pokes out after a second.
He comes back quickly.
All right. We're off to the gauntlet.
We are.
Very well.
Wait, I'm just gonna change this.
Is that a cat of mine making issues? I believe it is. Hooray. No, that's a dog outside, I think.
Dog?
Possibly.
Outside.
You each make your way back to that massive lighthouse that pokes out of the ruined keep and finds yourself once more in the ruins of the gauntlet. If I could possibly get you all right here once more. Where are we heading, gang?
Suzanne was the one who wanted to who had a specific place in mind, so by all means lead the way.
I believe he wanted to go back to the library, where the ghouls were, where they were. I think that's the second floor basement. Oh,
Yeah, I believe so.
It was the ghoul floor.
It was the
Ghoul
ghoul floor. It was
Hey,
the room with tattoo dude.
yes, more
And
than
then to
anything
the
here,
north.
the ghouls have left a certain number of questions open, and I figure we'll only learn by searching deeper.
Okay. Are you guys just descending the steps that you've used when you first descended down into the library?
Yeah.
All right.
Will warn you, I'm having MacBook.
Sorry, I've been intensely staring at my spells this entire time, trying to memorize what they're
You
used
are
for.
playing a prepared spellcaster. Yes, I have talked to literally any spellcaster ever. You want to talk about it?
No.
Wes is gonna utter the keyword to activate his Wayfinder.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give Gideon light.
All right. As you descend
This
down
has
into
become
the dark
change.
basement, cast light on Gideon's
Alright.
shield again.
Yeah.
All right.
Lit all of these sconces. To be fair, I can't tell whether or not it's lit because the light from the shield is so much brighter.
Correct. You have a magical light. Regardless, you each find yourselves once more in the musty, foul-smelling basement of the Gauntlet, this library where the ghouls seem to reside.
Oh,
Alright, so I think the way you were talking about was up this way.
I don't want to leave
North,
Ziri
yes.
in the dark.
Oh, sorry, I'm here.
It's okay. I don't want
I'll
to.
stop staring. My eyes are starting to hurt anyways.
Siri with her nose down in her spellbook once more.
I believe we were looking up here.
So I'm gonna turn back to Sun. So you really wanted to go into where they said they're what did they call her again? Queen?
Is this priestess, I believe.
Oh. I don't know if that's better or worse.
I'm not finding out.
Weska's gonna pull out his pistol and kukri as well.
Whether I want to and whether it's the right move is not necessarily the same.
Well, at least there's 2 doors this time.
All
There
right.
are
On
2
three.
doors in front of us, right, Stray?
Nope. Wait one moment. Need to swap this and okay.
Give one more glance at the doorknob and shudder a little bit before steeling myself to go forward.
Okay.
Stray, there are 2 doors in front of us, right?
Yes, they are massive stone doors. It's made out of stone carved with a vaguely feminine creature rising out of a misty cemetery. The graves torn and thrown open. Stars, kind of stars for eyes.
Does the creature resemble anything? Like anything I would be familiar with?
Give me a religion check.
Oh boy.
No. You've vaguely seen this before, but
May,
+3 on wisdom.
may I take a peek at it?
sure, go ahead.
Yes.
Religion as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are fringe beliefs about various gods of the dead. Unfortunately, it's not your area of expertise, Siri. You're not uneducated, but I mean, Cezanne is right there.
All right. We doing
Yes,
this?
is on. Or yes, Kadeem, on 3.
3, 2, 1.
I don't have a thing to open.
Hey, Stray, I have a quick question. Is Apparitions World something that can be done in combat?
Is that the one that lets you swap your thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
You cannot change it one.
Oh.
You cannot change it more than once a round. So you can't
Yes.
change
It's
it,
one
swap
up,
it,
one
and
per
then
round.
yes. But
So
yes,
it's each
Some-
battle?
no, once per round.
No.
So once per
Once.
turn.
For some reason, the door icons are invisible for me.
They're there.
Strange.
I mean, I can click on them. I can like if I hover my mouse over them, I can see them, but they're invisible. Oh, as long as I can still open them, I know they're on every door.
Yeah, that's weird. As you open the door, your soft light kind of spills out into this room. There are several display cases in this room. Kind of like the library that you've been passing through. These display cases might have once housed precious books, but are now smashed open. Along this north wall, however, is a horrifying, stitched together, towering, maybe 15-foot tall, fleshy statue that is vaguely feminine. Hundreds of portions of stitched together flesh in a, ironically, way that you might have seen before if you recall the man currently stapled to the statue, the same ghoul that very nearly killed the rest of you that one time, is currently just stitched into the framework of this statue haphazardly. But there are hundreds of types of flesh kind of draped in this filthy, tattered, vaguely dress-like cloth. the smell is disgusting. It's the first thing you notice when you step into this room.
Does it vaguely resemble the figure on the door?
No. It is large, but it's not that same creature. It looks more similar to the kind of thing that they worshipped on the floor above this. The statue before the room with the shadows in it. As well as that, there is a single ghoul draped in red cloth, wielding a staff made out of several creatures' bones before you. She's kind of admiring this statue. There we go. I didn't realize that was hidden. The man sort of stitched to the statue. She's admiring the statue, and as your door and the light swings open, she speaks up, as if expecting you for a while. It's about time you showed up. You've made a mess of my study. But that's fine. Nothing I can't clean up. I've cleaned up before. What would each of you like to do?
You've been expecting us to come this way?
I have. It's a little bit later than I expected. But no matter.
I'll walk
You
forward.
Are you the one that the others refer to as their priestess?
Possibly.
Do I know what creature she is?
Give me I would say religion, arcana, or occult. I would say you do. She's a ghoul like the rest of them. Based on how she's dressed, however, she's obviously some sort of spellcaster. Those of you who wish to step in and join Gideon may.
Can I identify any specific weaknesses?
Give me a knowledge check, please.
Well, everyone is looking at her. I like to look around this room to get a better idea of what the room itself is. You've described the monster, but what kind of room is this?
This seems to be another part of the library. Perhaps things were on display here once and stolen by previous adventurers, but otherwise this looks to be benches to sit on and read, the fleshy, towering golem in the middle. Perhaps this was a display room of some type. Treasures once on display here, but otherwise it's a pretty empty room. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. Other than that, you don't spot anything out of the ordinary. She now turns, her red robes kind of flowing around her. I've been expecting you, new Rose Guard.
I didn't sign up for that.
Do I know what the Rose Guard is?
The Rose Guard were the prior heroes of Otari, the ones that
Okay.
originally slew Belcor. No, you didn't voluntarily sign up for it, but it is your fate, small one. I am Nakarazine.
Should that name mean anything?
Do any of our names mean anything? I thought it only polite to address you. Introduce myself. You'll find that unlike some of my brethren, I am intelligent. I possess thought. I possess sentience. I possess logic and reason. Can we not have a talk? And talking begins with introductions, does it not?
Fair enough. I guess I'm just not used to actually having a chat with it kind of feels wrong to say your kind, but
Oh, but we are not the same kind, are we?
gonna,
Alright, introductions. I'm Gideon. What's going on here?
She looks past you to Cezanne. You must be the goddess's pawn, and you must be the queen's pawn. It seems that most of us are here, then.
Just us?
Yes. We have, well, the reborn souls. We have the history repeating. Come. She takes a step back and touches the statue sort of tenderly.
Weskel, take a step forward.
It's okay.
Close do I have to be able to tell how something died if I use my forensic acumen instead of like a reach or something?
I would say
Be right
pretty
next to it.
close. It's basically you doing an autopsy.
Okay.
Come, Rose Guard. Do not worry. You are fated to slay me.
Wouldn't that make you the one who should be worried?
I fear not death. I have died once. It is a strange feeling. The sudden cessation of who you are. Everything about it. You feel the sticks overtake you and you lose who you are, yourself, your mind, your soul, your reason. All of your ideals washed clean. I don't remember who I was before I died. I do not fear death. It seems neither do any of you. Why would you be here if you did?
Can't sit back and watch as this place threatens the whole town. Very well, now can we?
No.
It,
Any brave heroes would be... Ooh, let's not leave Gax out. Any brave heroes would, of course, stand up to what we believe in. We cannot coexist, our kind and your kind. And so we are destined to fight. You will slay me, and thus, later, you will be slain yourselves.
has this happened before?
Yes.
Aside from the original Rose Guard.
Sorry, I need to do some quick bookkeeping. There we go.
Take your time.
It's happened before. It'll happen again. Until eventually the cycle breaks, but we are doomed to kill each other.
West is gonna look to Gideon.
Yeah, I don't believe in all that nonsense. I'm gonna draw my sword.
Okay. Are you striking?
I'm not striking yet, unless I feel an intent to attack.
Okay. She has no hostile intent, but of course you're on edge. You don't trust this creature. Are there anything left to say? Any further questions?
Actually, much rather strike this
Have we-
thing than her.
Ever tried to coexist?
She looks at you with a wry, tired smile. Yes, Zirian, you have tried to coexist. Some of them are unable to coexist, however.
And could we not teach others to coexist so we don't have to keep killing each other?
No. Unfortunately, we are at the whims of fate and things grander and larger than us. Even should we wish to exist, there are things much stronger than us that does not wish for us to coexist. Am I making sense?
Yes, I suppose.
She smiles at you, as much as a ghoul can smile. You always were the smart one, Ziri. I appreciated that about you. Perhaps, if fate wasn't so cruel, we could have been friends. Very well. Gideon, she takes up a stance with her staff, if you would like to attack.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, give me an attack roll, if you would. You swing and do not make contact with her. Worry not. It is not your fate to fall here, heroes. You will slay me. Although we will have to fight. Now we get to have the fun game of finding. Not that.
Who are you?
Hi. Nakura-zing. We need everybody roll initiative, please.
As soon as he lets.
Ah, yes. Try now.
Oh. Wolf.
Fun. I like that. Zero, you are up first. As this woman is stanced up, as it were.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, this is the wrong song. Where is my Iridell playlist? Is this it? This is it.
No, I don't want that. Okay. I'm Heart it. You can do it. Thank you. Do this.
Okay, go ahead and give me that attack roll, please. You lash out, and unfortunately cannot seem to find a grip on whatever this creature's form is.
I don't remember what that was. It's 10-foot burst? What's a 10-foot burst look like?
A 10-foot burst looks like
Okay.
this.
Ah, right, from me. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. Try not to set the party on fire.
Emanations are from you. Bursts can be targeted. Are you using your, what is it? Your Earth's Bile?
Yeah.
Yes, you can do that. You pick somewhere, and it's a 10-foot burst. Range of 30 feet. So up to 30 feet away from you, and then it bursts.
Let's see. It's a 10-foot burst, so that's okay. It's 10 feet. So I could put it like right here.
Yes.
Okay. Or yeah. Nope. I don't know what I just did. Sorry. Ignore that.
Okay.
We'll do this.
Okay.
And then we'll put it, yeah, where I had it, so it's Gideon's safely in the corner there. Oh, I can place it. Ha!
Yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage if you would. Alright. Unfortunately, it only takes half damage.
Oof.
Can I reroll? Is that because I rolled bad?
Yes, you rolled
No,
a
it's 'cause they're-
1 on both your damage
I
rolls.
would like to re-roll.
Well, most of it's because the reflex save's a 31.
Oh,
Eh,
That's
not great, but, you know, we do what we gotta.
Do what we gotta, indeed.
Understandable. And there we were.
You each watch as something emerges out of the fire as the statue begins to take flame. Some sort of grotesque creature with razors surrounding its body. Almost like Kirby, but made out of razors.
Hey.
Thanks for that. Hate that.
Razor Kirby.
Razor
I s-
Kirby.
I see Kirby swallowed Shadow.
I need everybody in range to give me a will save, please.
You're gonna have to give me a range first.
A range of what? Sorry, everybody in the room is within range.
Oh, damn.
Alright then.
The man of God, not afraid, I see.
Fuck that. That's nonsense.
Yeah, literally all of you passed. Good job. Whatever this creature is bursts out of the statue's chest, its form whirling and contorting with razor-sharp blades that cover every inch of its body. Seemingly just a maelstrom of sentient blades. I believe that's all three of your actions. Let's see. We go to Gideon's turn.
Alright.
Actually, no, sorry. We skipped over Cezanne's. Cezanne, what would you like to do? Cezanne, having some technical difficulties. Cezanne, go ahead and give me an athletics check, please. Or acrobatics, I suppose. Okay.
Oof.
Okay, go for it, Cezanne. Remember, it is a D10. So D10 plus 10, so that makes that a 21. You unfortunately do not make it. I would say that's one action, but that does carry an attack tag, so it'll be a -5 next. Okay, you do so. The priest draws the rifle out.
A lot of things I'm not seeing right now, but I like it.
Give me an attack roll, Cezanne. That is not gonna hit, my bud. I hate to say. I think you're out of actions. So yes. Cezanne, please give me a fortitude save. Let's see. Okay, bud, I'm sorry. Cezanne, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Give me another fortitude save, please. Better! Give me another fortitude save.
I'm confused. What's happening here?
That's a good question, bud.
You don't know.
Oh, fair enough.
Raleigh is having to type things out right now.
Okay.
Gideon, you are up.
Oh boy. Dropping the shield immediately.
Okay. That is a critical
Holy shit.
Of course it is.
Fighter privilege is real.
It sure fucking is. If I can just have your shield in that bag, please. There we go.
Oh, I just hit drop, but that works.
Immediately, Gideon, shrugging, reams his sword into this ghoul. Go ahead and attempt a trip.
It's an athletics check.
Yep. That is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Can I redo that?
If you spend a hero point, you may.
I will.
Go ahead and get your hero points out the way right now.
Cool. That's a 19 plus 10, so 29.
That is going to hit. So we are going to go ahead and kill my cat very quickly. Real quick. Just... Thank you, Tiff, for killing the cat live on stream. Gideon brings his blade down and just all of his weight, all of his strength, in one savage blow, she just crumples to the floor under the attack. You got one action left, I believe, Gideon.
Cool. I'm at a -3. So let's swing for the fences.
Okay.
That's not happening.
Unfortunately not. As you
Good enough for
swing
me.
the blade down on it. She throws up her staff and blocks it. And then I need to very quickly edit some stuff very quickly. Yay for on-the-fly DMing. Okay. The creature, this sort of whirling maelstrom of razor blades that can fly. Flies directly at you, Wesk and Ziri. Go ahead and give me a basic reflex save, please. Okay. Very nice. You each take 1 point of slashing damage and begin to take a persistent bleed effect as the creature slices you as it moves. Even just being near this thing is dangerous. That is the end of its turn. At Wesk, you are up.
Oh, pain in the ass. Wesk is going to turn and...
Did I miss a turn?
No,
No,
we
you
just haven't gotten back around to you yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
A
Was
lot
your
of
turn?
complicated things.
Aim his gun at
Understandable.
the weird little ball of blades.
Alright. Go for it.
Oops. Loaded itself because there was weird shenanigans going on.
Oh wait, can I ask a question about that
Mhm.
strike?
Yes.
Can I use this? Or does this have to be on my turn?
No, that is a reaction, so you can do it right now if you wish.
Yep. Because we
Yes.
haven't... Yeah. Go right ahead.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Will
I
that
will
prevent-
say
well,
it won't...
Can that save me from the bleed damage?
No.
That's my question. Okay, then no, don't bother.
This is basically a shield.
Gotcha.
That is a critical hit. Right between this thing's eyes, Wesk. It flies to pieces, clattering with razors after it cuts you.
Tusk, not one to rest on his laurels, seeing that the creature has burst apart, spins around as he steps forward and performs a reloading strike with their kukri.
Okay. That is a hit. Is another 4 points of slashing damage brought down on whatever this priestess is, this ghoul priestess.
Alrighty. And that was 1 to shoot, 1 to move, and 1 to attack, so that was my turn.
Correct. Go ahead and give me that recovery check as you take 0 points of bleed.
It's almost a 19.
Okay. Gideon, give me an attack of opportunity, please.
Can do, boss.
That is a critical hit.
It should be.
So this thing takes 30 points of damage. I need everyone to give me a fortitude save. Look at all them pretty dice. Ba, ba, ba. You take full. You take full. You take full. You take half. As a pulse of raw void magic comes pulsing out of whatever this creature is. Gideon swinging hard, but unable to drop it. That is the end of this thing's turn. Siri, you are up.
Alright, I can move this thing, right? At the beginning of my turn?
Yes.
For an action? Okay. Should I just recast it? And place it? Or how do you want me to move it? I don't know how to select it.
I can move it. Just tell me where.
Just, like, up in here? Is it possible to move it? Or over in here? In a way that doesn't harm them?
You can put it here.
Yes, I would like it there, please.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say here would be the only spot you can really target.
Is there any way for me to move that, like, in the future so I know? Or no? I would probably
Yes,
just have to
there
recast
is
it.
a measurement controls.
Yep.
And then you will see the
okay.
icon to move it. And then it's just click and drag, just like you would a token. Ziri moving her ball of fire, causing it to now erupt and overtake the entirety of the statue. As the void magic pulses out, this creature comes back to life with a gasp. Still stitched to the statue, it flails and screams. Ah, mistress, please! Okay, who are we targeting?
I have them targeted, do I not?
Remember, you can hit Shift T to target multiple things if you want.
Yes. There we go.
Okay. They are going to take only half damage as they both made their saves. As Ziri streaks out this pale, sickly green lightning emanating from her fingertips, one hand directing the fire, the other controlling this lightning. I believe that's the end of your turn. 3 actions, Ziri. Cezanne, you are up. Okay. Go ahead, bud.
Zahn is playing his own game at the moment.
As is typical of your cleric. Oh, bud. I love you, you know that? But life truly is pain for the clerics of my campaign. Como can confirm.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and use your hero point. Remember, it's a D10 plus 10. Well, it's not looking good, Cezanne. Alright, you've got 1 action left, bud. Ah, darn. I missed my big important moment. Gideon. As you bring down your blade on this creature, it shrieks in surprise. Losing its composure for a moment, it whirls. Where did you come from?
I've been here.
No. No, you haven't.
Do you know her?
Solid question.
No pressure, Cezanne. Okay, you do so. Give me a 2d6, bud. That's not bad.
Better than average.
But will it be enough? Give me fortitude saves, bud. Give me a fortitude save, bud.
Oh,
That's better. Darn, how am I doing this without ruining it? Can I? You know what? I'll just take a picture and send it on Discord for you, bud. Cezanne, something creeps into view, finally. It's the end of your turn. Gideon. She looks so flabbergasted that you are here.
already hit her multiple times, but alright.
Yes, but the DM forgot because he's human and this is a big important scene. Pretend it happened the first time you hit her. Shall we?
Good.
Go ahead. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. 15 points of slashing, 1 point of fire damage as Gideon brings his weapon down, grabbing the ghoulish creature, this dead woman in red robes. It's impossible. What is happening?
Save it. Rerolling. Actually, that's a good question. How do I roll that? Just gonna roll the 1d10?
Yep, 1d10 plus 10. And then I will add 8. Unless you want to add the 8 yourself. 1d10 plus 18. Okay. That's a 1, bud. Go ahead and do it proper. I thank you, but I don't need help. 5, 10, 15, 23.
5 plus 10 plus 8.
23 does hit. Roll your damage. That is... Yes, 3rd level, hardness 15. She takes 3 points of damage as, just like Ziri, she snaps up a arcane ward at the last second. Now seemingly very concerned about her life. Wait, what's happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. I'm swinging for the fences.
Okay. You sure are, bud.
Not it.
That's a critical miss. Okay. That is this thing's turn. Ziri. This thing comes back. It reforms beside of you, and the razors are back to life at this point. It's not great.
Yeah.
I need everybody to give me a will save again, please.
Even better.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, clearly I shouldn't have even bothered having this thing show up. Good job, guys.
Get an 18.
Wesk, you are up.
I'm just going
Look around, I was like, I rolled an 18, I was real good. No, everyone rolled better.
I'm just gonna level my gun, and since she's in Gideon's hand, even if she's squirming, it shouldn't be too hard to hit.
Okay. Unfortunately not.
I'm just gonna reroll that.
Okay, 1d10 plus 23, I believe.
Oops, forgot to put a space.
That'll still hit, even on a 1. That is 3 points of piercing damage. As Wesk levels his gun and fires, she rides in your arm, Gideon. She's kicking and screaming. Wait, no! No, 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 no!
I'm gonna hesitate and look to Gideon.
Gideon shrugs, still holding her in the fire.
Okay. That's a miss again. Finally, at long last, Wesk's luck is running out.
You say that. Fish for the fences. Oh, he
Your
stayed on that.
gun jams.
Okay. Our turn.
Okay.
Oh, let me roll that recovery check, yeah. Nope.
There didn't roll a recovery check last time.
You didn't?
Nope.
Do I need to roll something?
I don't believe so. I think it's just not gonna even worry about it. Let me just double check. Oh, wow. I got bad news, Gideon. That first crit was not supposed to happen, but I'm going to keep it. Turns out,
I see.
that spell did not provoke attack of opportunity. Neither did this one.
Wasn't a manipulation spell.
Please give me a fortitude save.
Everyone?
Not you. You, Wesk.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
because you're in touch range.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a big uh-oh. Oh, just barely. Wesk, you take 27 points of damage. As this thing now just siphons the life force directly from Wesk. You watch as the small kobold rides in place for a little bit as it reaches out, gripping his ankle. It's like the soul is sucked out of his body. That is one action. 2 action. And then for another one. Yes. Gideon, fortitude save, please. Okay. Gideon, you take 6 points of void damage as she reaches out and with her other hand grips you, seemingly trying to do the same thing to you. However, we are going to come to your turn, Ziri.
Alrighty. I will sustain this, which is 1, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then... So question. If I use ignition and I use it as a touch range, since it's like fire, do I actually have to touch this bladed thing?
I would say you could flavor it as you make a flaming sword and strike at it. It's just within melee range. Think of it like that. Or a scythe, or a sickle, or your chosen tool of choice.
Ouch.
Unfortunately, that's still not going to hit, as it is.
I will re-roll.
Okay, go ahead. Remember, it is a D10.
What?
A D10.
It's a D10
Oh,
plus
It's
10.
this one.
right.
D10 plus 10, so D10 plus 20, which is 20. No. Yes.
Yes.
You have a 10 plus a 10. 26. That is a critical hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your damage. And this thing takes double damage again, and it falls to pieces, clattering to the ground, ringing steel filling the air.
I think that's all my moves.
1 to sustain, 2 to strike with ignition, yes. Cezanne, you're having a good day, bud. It's a great day.
Cezanne, help us.
Zero, you take 1 point of bleed damage. Go ahead and give me that. Acrobatics, athletics, or unarmed attack. Your call, bud.
Ooh.
Oh, good. Cezanne, you are no longer restrained. As with this final burst, just before you give out, you manage to escape. You may speak now if you wish.
Guys, there's something over here. Can I still see it?
Oh, yeah. And we are going to now... Let's do this one. Fuck it. A large creature none of you have ever seen before. Towers over Cezanne, who has now pried himself free of dozens of spindly fingers that have been restraining him and battering him, unbeknownst to all of you.
Oh, that's not good.
Cezanne is also gasping for air.
I just need to desperately pray that this keeps me standing.
Okay. Go for it. 1 action or 2 action?
2 action.
Okay. You heal up for 24 points of damage. As you are thankful to finally be able to breathe. That's the end of your turn, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this on my other screen real quick, because now my other screen is absolutely filled with shit. That is a critical hit. Siri,
Yes.
you take 18 points of damage as this thing pulls you into its grip with its spindly
Ow.
arms. You are now disappear into the corner where Cezanne is also at. You are now aware of what has been accosting your cleric. The thing immediately tries to swipe at you, Cezanne, but is unable to grab it as you scrabble away on all fours, dodging its movement. And it is dragging Ziri into the corner now.
GG.
Gideon, you are up.
Oh boy.
Everything went to shit in one turn.
Yeah.
1 turn!
Yeah, Cezanne's been kind of going through it for a minute now. Ah. First things first. Since I still have this thing grabbed, I'm gonna try and kill it.
Okay. That is a hit, thanks to off guard. That is 16 points of damage as it... You stab it right through the chest, but some sort of magic is keeping it alive, Gideon.
God damn it.
What should be a fatal blow does not drop this thing.
I'm gonna drop it. And then reassess.
Okay, go for it. Go ahead. Give me a strike. Okay. As you go to swing it, it pulls...
Oh my god!
Ooh. Damn fucking computer. as you go to swing, it jerks Ziri in front of it. Ziri, what is your AC?
18.
Okay. Actually, you are restrained, so it should be down by 1. At least. Let me double check. What is your AC? 16. Okay. As you go to swing, you have to stop your blade at the last second, Gideon. Thankfully, you don't carve into Ziri, as this creature uses her as a human shield. The bladed creature comes back to life. Wes, give me that recovery check, please. It's not good, bud. It's not good. You are at dying 2 now. That's where Nakarazine cackles with glee and triumph. As she eyes all of you. Go ahead and give me a fortitude save, those of you in the corner here.
Am I included as the corner?
Fortitude, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Am I
everyone in
included in
these
the corner?
squares.
Okay.
Okay.
What are my saving throws today?
I'm actually going to use the earlier roll of 10. Blah, blah, blah. There's a cacophonous screeching blast that rings out, filling your ears. All of you immediately take tinnitus. And let's see. Yeah, all of you take full points. Zira, you collapse in pain. Gideon, Tazan, you are now deaf. Nakarazine also. Cast harm on herself. That ends her turn. The creature pinned to the statue screams and howls in pain. Mistress, please. The fire, it's burning me.
Same.
And he is going to
I'm dead.
slowly melt away. Actually, that is a sustain spell, so it'll drop your next turn, I believe. Possibly. I'm not going to look up the rules right now. For now, it's better that he's screaming in pain. Microzine, however, not really wholly concerned with the screaming man standing in fire herself. Sazan, you are up.
Yeah, this is not going well. Having regained my ability to speak and grieve, I'm going to pulse heal and try and do what I can for the party here.
Okay. Go ahead.
Not as good as that could have been.
I love when my computer chugs as it has to deal with
Yeah.
all
Eleven's
of
and makes
the
it once from multiple people.
Where is Ziri? Can I target her through this mess? There she is.
I can.
Yes, but I'm also trying to make a good, clean view for stream for anyone watching.
I see.
That is that. That is that. That is that. Good news, Gax is at full health.
That is good news.
You come to consciousness to see Gax kind of like feebly attempting to tear this thing's hand away from you. Still being tossed around like a ragdoll, Ziri. Speaking of,
Was the priestess hit by the emanation?
that's a good question. Was she? What is it, 30 feet?
Let's double check. It looks like she would have been. Yeah, because this is
Yes,
the effective range.
you are correct. Good job.
Technically, if the thing was in the corner, it would have also taken. It would have healed, but I don't think it's taken damage.
That's good. You each watch as some of the undead in the northern corner kind of recoil in pain away from Zazan, who is presenting his holy book, and just between gasping for breath, he's reciting prayers desperately, one hand on the lace, one hand on his holy book. Gideon. This thing begins to absolutely throttle Ziri in front of you, shaking her around, slamming her around. I need you to give me a fortitude save, Ziri.
Like that.
Can I would like to stop targeting everybody, please. For now, I'm gonna move her there to get her out the way. Ziri, you are back to unconsciousness.
Awesome.
As you are just being thrown around like a rag doll by this thing. Before.
But shouldn't Zir have got a turn before the thing?
No, because you brought her up, and then this thing taking her back down. Oh,
Nope, you are correct.
yeah. Sorry.
No, that's fair. We all make mistakes. You are going to be healed back up. We're going to knock that dying off of you. And we're going to give you an additional 3 points of health, I
I
believe.
said that earlier. I just glanced at initiative.
It's okay. I would rather we be honest about it. Ziri, you are currently being just thrown around like a ragdoll by whatever this creature with the hundreds of tendrils at the end of... You assume these are limbs.
I
If you would like to escape...
throw this at it.
Okay. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, please. It's gonna take 23 points of damage as Ziri reaches up and
Holding on to me.
point blank range. Yes, it is. Same. Ziri point blank ranges, just shoves her hand, and a spray of rocks, boulders, and debris come pouring out of some portal she has opened to the plane of Earth. It, however, does still hold on to you, Ziri. It is not dropping you, but it looks like whatever you did hurt it bad.
Am I able to do battle medicine and treat my wounds, or is that 2 more moves? Or 2 more actions?
Battle medicine is one action.
And treat wounds is not an additional action?
Battle medicine and treat wounds are 2 separate things. Battle medicine just takes one action to do a treat wounds check.
Okay, I would like to do that then.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that treat wounds check.
Why can I not find it? Where is it?
It's in chat.
Downtime. Oh. I would like to reroll.
Okay.
So let's last roll 1d10 plus 10.
Or you can click any of the dice icons
Oops.
at the bottom. That's fine. That's still a... Let's see. We'll roll for it real quick. That's still a 12 plus 12, 24. I believe that is a critical success? No, not
It's
quite.
a regular success.
It is a regular success. So that is still 9 points of healing to you, Ziri. And you are now immune to treat wounds. Your wounded value goes away, however. As we are now, yes.
I'd like to point out, we're still moved back from where we were. Sazan is also one over.
Okay. Regardless, Ziri reaches up, sprays this monster with the debris before reaching down and stabbing something into herself to sort of just keep herself conscious as this thing just starts destroying her. But not in the sexy way, unfortunately. Unless you're in the weird choking monster tentacles, but we'll get into that some other time. Yuri has expressed interest in another Blood Oath Knight. In that case, since Ziri is no longer one hit from death, Gideon! The creature lashes out at you and does hit for 9 points of damage, and you are immediately grabbed. And it begins to... Give me a fortitude save, please. We're going to take another 9 points of bludgeoning damage as it begins to fling and throttle you around as well. And for its last action, the tendrils wrap around your throat, and you are now suffocating and may not speak. You have 8 rounds of air left. I realize now Gax has had the immobilized and grabbed shit, so we're gonna remove that from him. That explains why everything was funky on Ziri.
Oh.
There we go. Gideon, you are up.
Can I analyze how strong this thing is?
Using what lore skill?
I would probably choose undead lore for this.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a... Do you have undead lore?
I do.
Give me an undead lore.
You gave it to me.
Gideon. This thing is wearing the body of a ghoul, but it is not a ghoul. Not of this world. Whatever this creature is, it moves unlike a ghoul. It is in the flesh of a ghoul. It does not seem to have the same weaknesses, however. The way it's moving and the way its arms and limbs split open, its limbs being both equal feet and hands. It has contorted whatever this poor creature's body was.
Interesting. I'm gonna stoke the flames.
Fire
And then I
cleanses
assume
all.
I can still strike.
You may. You are grabbed, you are being suffocated, but you
Oh my god.
cannot get a good swing at this thing, as it is now one hand on
Just
both
gonna
of you.
keep barreling down on it.
Okay. That is a critical hit.
Duality.
This thing collapses. Good news. Ziri and Gideon, you flop to the floor as this thing lets out a horrible screech. And then falls. And it stops moving at long last. Gideon, that's all 3 actions, I believe.
That's 2.
1 to strike, 1 to stoke, 1 to strike.
Oh, you're right.
The creature made of blades begins to move. Wesk, please give me a reflex save, bud. Still made it.
Oh shit. Okay.
You got good reflexes, I don't know what to tell you.
You take 3 points of slash damage
Let's see.
as this thing comes whirling by, and though you have just regained consciousness, its blades dig into you as it passes. And then it is going to nosedive straight towards you on the ground. You are going to take 3 points of slashing damage as you cling to life. You are up.
Wes, still on the ground, not even bothering to get up, is going to turn towards this person seemingly still up.
By some miracle, or, well,
Scrambling to grab his pistol from the ground.
okay.
Still... Oh, it's not loaded. No, it's not loaded. He's going to fumble to put a round into the pistol. And it's...
Wesk is having a great day today, guys.
Poor Wesk has really just been...
That is a hit! By some miracle, there is a god looking out for you as you fire this thing into its chest. It reacts in pain before looking down and noticing that you're still conscious. Give me that recovery check. The good news is, Wesk, you are no longer bleeding, but you slip back into unconsciousness.
Wesk grins as he passes back out. Guys,
What a hero.
it's so hot.
Okay. The creature steps towards the group, pointing one sharp, nailed finger at you, Gideon. That is a hit.
Oh!
Gideon, you take 18 points of cold and evil damage. Sorry, no, not the evil damage. Misspoke. Misread the damage type.
Yeah, just real fucking cold, thanks.
The cold of the grave grips your body as a pale green ray of not light but dark streaks out from her fingertips, striking you in the chest, and you watch as where it hits, that part of your flesh starts to decay and grow black and gray like this creature's skin. You are ruining everything.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
No, you're ruining it for the world. All of us. You're not supposed to be here. You are fateless. The loop is not supposed to be tampered with.
Well, that's a new one. I can't deny that.
Mistress, please! The creature on the statue keeps burning. Cezanne, you are up.
Someone should put that guy out of his misery.
My deafen falls off the string, right?
Let me go double check what her...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would have to... Actually, I'll just pull it up on the spell sheet again. Why am I scrolling up? Yes, you are deafened for 1 round. You have already taken your turn? Since being deafened?
Yeah, because I was deafened on the last one, yeah.
Then yes, you
I
are
was
no
deafened
longer
right before
deafened.
my prior turn. Okay. Come on, everyone. We're not falling now. I'm going to cast... Where did it... Heal, Wesk, Heal versus Living, 2, action.
Okay. Wesk. Pain. Consciousness again. You are now wounded 2 as you come to again. Cezanne, you have 1 action left. Cezanne, 1 action left.
Yeah. I'll take a shot at the cool.
I appreciate the gusto, bud. But before that, no, that's not what I am looking for. Never mind. Undo that. That is not what I thought. I put the wrong spell in. Hooray. That is, however, a miss. Which brings us to you. Ziri, you are up. As your fire sputters out, having not been sustained last round.
Where is it? Oh, yes.
This poor guy.
Indeed.
That's fair.
It was a little cruel.
A bolt of lightning pierces this creature's chest, leaping past your face, missing you by inches, Wesk, as it streaks into the creature, as it sighs a breath of relief as the flames go out, only for its body to seize up, go stiff, and drop as the current of electricity jumps from one target to the next. You've got one action left, Siri.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of slump to the floor after that. That's good.
Okay. Siri goes prone. Go ahead and roll that recovery check for me. Actually, I will say, since you did a treat wounds, we're just gonna say that patched up the bleeding. You're just gonna give up your last action, Siri?
Yeah.
Okay. Gideon, you're up.
Oh boy. Am I still deaf?
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
Also, you did not hear her say that you were fateless, since you were deaf.
Yes.
Actually, in that case, neither did you, Cezanne.
Pardon?
Which makes some for some interesting storytelling.
I'm pretty sure his wore off earlier. I think we were supposed to wear that off around earlier, but I'm good either way. I'm doing the thing.
Okay.
You should now be flat-footed.
She is indeed. That's a critical hit because of flat-footed.
Yeah.
The creature collapses before you, leaning on her staff before flopping to the ground. This isn't right. You have one action left.
Here. Cool. I'm gonna throw a dagger at this thing. If
Did
I
you
can pull it off. in one
Have a
action.
dagger equipped?
I have a dagger worn as a weapon.
I will say yes, I'll allow it because I like throwing daggers.
Very cool. In that case, prone. I believe it's that one, and I've already hit once, so it's going to be at that.
You chuck this dagger, but you are on your last legs, bud. It flies wide, and this thing is not dropped as it's...
Sorry, Wesk. I did my best.
It's okay. I can survive whatever it throws at me.
Hold on. Let me make sure I do this right. Because I don't want to rob you guys. I was going to
It's
change
fine. It was a
that.
left-handed throw anyway, considering I didn't drop my sword.
We'll change that since we're losing a little bit of the steam. Close that, thank God. You guys are finally making some progress. Give me a reflex save, Gideon and Wesk.
Oh man, that's not good.
Gideon, you take 5 points of slashing damage and begin to bleed. Wesk,
I have
you
not been this hurt in a while.
going to take 2 points of slashing damage and continue to bleed as this thing darts through each of you. 4. It dive bombs directly at you, Gideon,
That'll hit.
for 2 points of damage. Wesk, you are up.
Standing against all odds.
Pick up.
If you had asked me to put money down on what creature would be the last one standing in this fight,
Well, to be fair, this thing's gone down twice. It just refused to stay down until that guy died.
And
fire and your bullet hits but bounces off of the razor blades covering whatever this creature is.
Just barely a miss.
well, I have one to pick up, one to reload. That was my whole turn.
Cezanne!
Yes.
Please take us home.
Okay. Feels kind of bad.
You stop
Well.
bleeding.
Good news is that patched up real nice.
Looking at this creature, is it... Can I tell if it's some kind of... Is it a mechanical creature that is being held together by any form of magic? Could I know that?
Give me a religion check.
Sure thing.
Cool.
This is a type of fiend, Cezanne. Something not from this plane. It is not a mechanical creature. It is a type of great evil that must be dispelled with good or holiness or things that stand against fiends.
Right.
Essentially, this thing has regeneration that can only be turned off by certain types of damage. It will
Small,
keep
summon
coming
forth
back.
a divine lance. Bolt. I'll use a hero point.
Okay, go for it. That is a 22. That is a hit. Roll your damage. And with that, we are going to say that is combat off at long last, as everything in the room grows deathly still. As Nakrazine's body. Ooh, not that. Can I please target the right thing? Begins to contort.
Oh, that's a really cool effect.
She's fading away, but multiple versions of her are screaming, her voice is overlaid. The general gist of it is she's screaming, "This is not supposed to happen. This is wrong. What have you done? You've ruined everything. The loop must be maintained."
I'm gonna look to Gideon. What the fuck is happening?
Gideon's going to
You've
shrug while
ruined
slumping
all of
down to the
us.
floor.
She points towards you accusatorily, Gideon. You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Safe to assume that I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
She fades away.
Same.
That's.
Okay.
I think this goes without saying. That's not how ghouls die.
Yeah. Well,
Was-
good news. I'm gonna point towards the thing in the corner. That thing's also not a ghoul. Now, if you'll excuse me for a hot minute, I need to not die.
Musk gonna pick up Gideon's shield and walk it back over to him. Yeah, I kinda in the same boat.
How many is it again? 18.
There we go.
Didn't even get to ask my question because that darn thing grabbed me.
It is 20d4 healing in total, Siri. If we want to all appreciate for a moment just how many dice are about to clog up my screen, and yep.
That's almost full health.
Disgusting.
I mean, you want me to do it again?
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna slightly patch myself up in the meanwhile, if you don't mind.
Let me do some real quick. I just have
X,
to...
why do you stop following me?
Because the Gax has to use a fucking module, and it's not great. Okay. Take 6 points of slashing damage before healing for 25. And we will take our treat wounds immunity as well.
So, y'all know I'm not supposed to be here, because I really kind of felt that way the whole time.
Something about a loop. I'm
Right.
gonna take a glance towards this thing.
I don't know
Curious
if I
what's
need to
going
press
on.
all of these, but I'm gonna do it. It's pushing buttons.
Oh, whoa.
What?
That's
What?
new.
Just happened.
I don't.
That's super cool.
The simulation is becoming aware.
Okay.
Well,
Riley, me and you are gonna make some Ace Attorney animations soon then.
press all of the buttons.
The gauntlet is becoming aware.
Objection.
Targeted and clicked recall and not knowledge, which apparently has an animation.
Like, no one ever knew that because we've never targeted for recall knowledge before.
Okay.
Recall knowledge icon before.
That's... Well, thanks to Zilly just clicking everything down me.
I do my best. I would like. These are two bodies, right? Or is it just him?
This is the ghoul that you have slain before and almost killed all of you. This is some new thing.
I would like to inspect this.
Okay. Give me a medicine check, if you would.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
Quick.
It's a 1d10.
Oh yeah, I
Silly.
forget. I'm gonna be disappointed every time because I'll always forget.
It's a D10 plus 10.
I should just make that a macro at this point.
Technically, it's a D10 plus 10 plus 12.
Yeah, because we're going back to 3.5.
Yep.
What have we done?
No, that's
Man, you
fair.
should have heard the ideas I had with fear. Here we go. I will just do this. This is what the roll is supposed to look like, Ziri. So 24. Ziri, it's going to take you about 10 minutes to kind of examine this thing. And I would say with your forensic acumen, that'll bump it up to a 26. What are the rest of you doing as Ziri begins to poke and prod at whatever this thing is?
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna examine the thing that was not a ghoul.
Okay. Give me a knowledge check.
Well,
Your choice.
I assist.
I'll do the undead lore again.
Look at it myself.
Most appropriate. Ah, good. I know less than I did before.
You are unable to glean additional info from whatever this thing is. It's, again, a ghoul, but it looks like something transformed its body after its... After death? Its feet and hands have split open into dozens of tendrils, each tendril having several hundred smaller tendrils and teeth that are still moving even now.
Disgusting. Tazan, you got ideas?
Do I have
I
ideas
stop
of what
bleeding?
this might be?
You do stop bleeding, I would say.
Cool.
What did you say, Suzanne?
I was asking, and I have a hunch of what this may be looking at it.
Give me a knowledge check. Your choice. Wes, do you
With
stand?
everything that's gone on.
Yeah, sorry. I
How-
stood a
I-
while ago. I just.
I think it's safe to assume from everything you've described, just from looking at it, that I know enough to do this.
Okay. You are not able to determine a specific creature or thing by name, but your suspicions, I will assume anyway, are completely correct, Cezanne.
Well.
Like that.
Oh,
Like that
Go.
amalgamation we saw earlier.
well, they're checking that body, and Ziri is checking out the big. I don't even know what to call
Una, I
them.
believe, is what we call them.
Wesk is going to just look around the room.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. You spend the next few minutes quietly kind of scrounging and sniffing around the room, as you are known to do for this party. Unable to find anything in particular. Shards of glass, whatever this place was, has been long since looted. The smell is absurd, and frankly, your head is killing you. Constantly ebbing back up and down from consciousness is never healthy, even on a good day. Regardless, you note that once more the statue is made out of hundreds of creatures' skins as you're kind of bouncing around the room, kind of quickly giving a scan, scurrying and scampering around as kobolds do, making sure to pick up, clean your gun out, reload it.
Mm.
Ziri, this is... It is approximately about a 15-foot tall statue of a woman made out of decaying meat, bone. It's somebody's project. It's while your earlier roll doesn't give you anything in particular, you can pretty safely say this is very similar to what you know as a flesh golem. It looks incomplete. It's very ominous, but it's inanimate, and it will not move until a soul is placed into it. As well as that, you note you're having trouble kind of examining this thing because it was the center of your fireball earlier. So it's been lightly charbroiled. You don't know whether that's a blessing or a curse at this point. While it can't move right now, the further damage to the already decaying meat will probably make this thing much harder to move at this point. As well as that, strangely, they've draped a sort of sackcloth, ragged mockery of a woman's dress over this thing. That's all you can tell. Gideon, you learn no further information. Cezanne, however, your worries are confirmed, it seems like. 10 minutes pass as each of you reconvene into the middle of the room, having did your exploration activities. What would each of you like to do now?
I'm gonna light all of the sconces in the room.
Okay.
Wait,
So, did you figure anything out?
over here?
I'm gonna say this is on.
I would have liked to. In fact, I almost feel like this has opened more questions.
The room is now nicely lit. As well as that, Gideon, I'll say, since your knowledge check was super low, I'll say we'll just count you for a perception check as you kind of glance around the room looking for sconces.
I am in immense pain. Where to next?
Actually, because of the healing magic way it works in my campaign, you're high on painkillers. You're lightheaded, but you feel no pain.
Fair enough.
Actually, is West wounded 1 or 2?
2.
Then hold still. This will only hurt a little bit.
For a reason you risky surgery?
Yes.
Habit.
Better chance of success.
It removes
Also,
wounded.
crit success. Yes.
Jesus.
That was the reason.
Yes, any treat wounds removes wounded.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's
You are not in pain.
I'm as good to go as when we started.
Yeah, the mage is alright. So.
That's why I said you guys lead the way.
I'm
with
not
Gideon,
the
go
worst
ahead and
off.
give me a perception check.
Who?
You. As you were kind of glancing around the room. Gideon, as you are lighting sconces, something does catch your eye about this sconce on the wall. You thought it prudent to tend to Wesk's wounds, but now that you're a little bit more free.
Oh, get it.
It peels open.
I'm gonna whistle at everyone else. I found a thing.
a thing.
I checked over there.
But did you check the sconce?
Wesk is going to look up to the sconce that is at the height of a medium-sized person lifting their arms. And
So
then
that's a
look
no.
back to Gideon.
Regardless, Siri, good news. More books. And more importantly,
Yay.
Ziri, this room to your south was the restricted collection. This is books in the restricted section that are further hidden. The walls of this small, tiny room have built-in shelves. A stack of loose scrolls sit on the shelves to
Let
the
me
left,
just sneak past you there.
and a single modest
Full
chair
Midwest.
and a small writing desk sit in the middle of this room.
Most Midwestern of face.
I'm just gonna scooch right on by you.
That was a good
Let
attempt.
Scooch right past you.
Nah, well, I'm
Good
not from the
attempt on both your
Midwest.
parts. I know, you're very southern. We can hear it.
Thanks, I'm not at all self-conscious about that. Anyway,
People are into that straight. You're fine.
I'm not. Anyway, we'll move on.
I would like
There are
to scan the books.
quite a number of books in here. So it's going to take you about 5 or 10 minutes to just kind of catalog everything.
That is fine.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as Ziri begins to try and contain a nerdgasm?
I would like to
As-
grab anything that is exceptionally of notice.
Okay. You begin to just pile them in the middle of the room on this small little old ancient desk, sort of peeling them off the shelves gently. Trying not to ruin these centuries old books at this time. Unlike
That's
the rest
serious.
of this place looks untouched. This place is weathered by time. The rest of the library outside was pretty well tended. This is not. Everything here is going to need an incredibly gentle touch.
As Siri does that, I'm going to realize I'm still clutching the lace.
White-knuckled.
Yeah. Save me back there. If she hadn't given me this, I absolutely would have fallen, and maybe the rest of us. But she saw something last night in the stars, like when she saw the journal. Maybe she knew. I'm gonna carefully put it back.
So is she gonna be looking at books for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Cool. Wes.
Hmm?
Can I ask you to further repair my shield?
Sure. Can you? Oh, drops the anvil.
Get to work, Cobalt!
Put it to work.
You carry around the shield, the anvil. It's the least I can do.
Hey, if
Yeah.
you can do it in under 10 minutes, there's no better use of my time.
In under 10 minutes. I can do it in a minute.
Okay. As you each kind of bicker and laugh, passing Wesk the anvil, there's quiet thumping coming from the room Ziri and Cezanne are in as she begins to catalog and flop books onto the table. And after a while, she has made a tidy stack of books. Notably, Ziri, there are several juicy books here. The first of which is a book called The Whispering Reeds. You're not entirely sure why, but you're kind of drawn to it. The next book is, well, it's a book that you've only seen once before. It is a ritual book that was in the possession of your old teacher. With it, you would be able to learn the method and ritual to create undead as a ritual. Creating undead as a ritual would basically require you to, well, dig up bodies, but essentially would allow you to animate dead without having to sustain them constantly. Should you pull it off, this is a dangerous ritual, as you are giving the undead some semblance of its own free will and sentience. It would be something you could do in the downtime should you have access to bodies, say, a graveyard, perhaps. Your mind wanders to the graveyard in Otari.
I'll keep that book.
Okay. Go ahead and take the ritual book from the stack. As well as this, you've discovered a portfolio sandwiched between several other books on teleportation magic. This folio is exactly what you're missing, this secret of ancient teleportation magic. While you would not be able to cast teleportation magics with this ritual book, you would be able to reignite the teleportation circles that you found. The next thing you find is the blueprints of the gauntlet itself. It's a loose stack of papers and scrolls. It details how the gauntlet was created and everything about how it works. Lastly, you recover a modest but large book, leather bound, or some type of animal skin, you hope. It's written in Aklo, which I believe nobody here speaks.
Nope.
However, written in common on some of the margins are entries that only Belcora herself could write. You surmise that this must be Belcora's personal journal. With that, you have cataloged all of the interesting books, and they are horrifyingly interesting. Forbidden knowledge books. Cezanne, give me a perception check, please.
Sure.
Okay. Cezanne. You watch as Ziri pockets a book with a symbol on the front that you have come to recognize. Strangely, the book seems wet to the touch.
What is that?
What? I'm gonna keep putting the books in my bag.
That book there.
It's just a ritual book that my teacher used to have.
No, this is a different one.
Oh, which one's this?
This is the Whispering Reeds.
Ah.
Although you do watch Ziri
Do
pocket...
I know what it's about?
No, you just seem drawn to it for some reason.
Okay.
You do, however, watch Ziri pocket a ritual book of creating undead, but strangely, that doesn't take priority at the moment.
I'm gonna kind of flip through the book a little before shrugging and putting it in my bag. I don't know. I thought it looked interesting.
That symbol on the front. You do realize that's mark of something unspeakable, right?
Well, I don't know what the mark means, right?
Give me a religion check. You've seen this mark around the gauntlet, but no, Suzanne has always been pretty coy about any of it.
I'm going to kind of shift my pack, but make no attempt to pull the book back out and shrug. I would say no and ask you to tell me, but if it's unspeakable, gestures vaguely.
One second.
Well,
While he's reading whatever he's reading, I'd like to shield myself. No, I'm kidding.
did you want me to give you that crafting check for repairing and getting a shield?
Sure. Oh god, what is the
Oh no, did I just erase that whole...
Oh no.
You
What happened?
can control Z in Foundry.
If you accidentally pressed up and deleted your whole message.
Oh, rip. I need like a craft macro, because now I'm like, okay, when you repair, you craft. Okay, when you craft, it's a thing. Okay, well then you need to go find the
crafting is
original
already a macro.
price of the thing.
Well, we need to find the DC, which is...
Yes.
You can drag the item onto it if you use the macro.
Oh, interesting. I did not know we had a repair macro.
I looked, there wasn't a repair. Where did you find that?
You go
I
down
see
to the
it
macro
now.
list.
Drag item
It's
here,
under
yep.
action macros.
Interesting.
Oh, shit.
Good catch, Como. We'll do that then.
Is
Seems a lot easier.
Where's that?
That is significantly easier.
I mean, I wish it was a better roll than that, but
Yeah, I will allow you to do your own roll if you want to,
All right.
Yuri. You
did
can go down here to the macro browser, type in craft, and it will be repair crafting.
Cool.
And just put it on your bar
Where's that
somewhere.
for?
Yeah, dragging that to number 2.
Raleigh,
Rose.
yes. It's a bad idea in general, but this is sort of an extraneous circumstance.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's already too late. She is physically touching it.
Look.
1 point of damage, Gideon.
hey, that's 1 out of 20. That's 5%.
Yeah.
Less-
There's some kinds of knowledge that is not good to have. Some kinds of knowledge that would draw attention from things that you do not want to draw attention from.
I would say that throughout my life, I'm pretty used to drawing attention from things most people don't want attention from. Why is this any different?
This isn't something simple like that.
Simple.
You've heard stories of the Starfallen War, right?
Have I?
Starfall War.
Star-
I would just give me a knowledge check, your choice. I'll tell you different things based on it. Most of you, it's ancient history, a war a long time ago. Okay. Yeah, the Starfallen War was a pretty big deal, Aziri. rival gods came to this world and wanted to conquer it. A long, long time ago. And they very nearly succeeded, but they were stopped. It created a sort of schism between this world and their gods. And it's said that the gods are still fighting this war. There are terrible things beyond the stars that want to reach this world. You don't know anything incredibly specific, but at one point, one of those gods did invade and created a cataclysmic catastrophe, but was eventually repelled. But that war killed several gods.
Book relates to the adversaries from that. Unspeakable.
Kind of shift and pull the book out and look at it again.
Okay. Slightly wet to the touch. Strangely mossy brown colored. Small skull on the front. The wetness is emanating from its eye sockets, you realize now.
I can assure you, if this was anything else, I would not be stepping in here. This is extenuating circumstances.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to read all of these things. There's a lot of things.
Yes, you have hit the jackpot, Ziri. There's a lot to read right now.
I mean...
You have a lot here. Just
doesn't sound so bad.
For reference,
disregard
this book
this
is
one.
so large, it is a bulk of 2, Ziri.
if you have any trust in me.
Are you sure you're not just being a little paranoid like most of you religious sorts are?
I can assure you, this is far beyond any of that.
I'm gonna hesitantly set it back down on the table.
Give me a will save. Okay. Suzanne, give me a will save. Ziri, you set it down and watch as Suzanne snatches it up.
It's Suzanne.
What?
The,
Getting with it.
Suzanne, you cannot be... Nobody else can have this. You must keep it safe.
I'm just going to make sure no one else comes and takes this.
I think leaving it here would probably be the best idea. Seems this place has been untouched for a long time, don't you think?
We discovered it. Someone else could.
It's about that time that Wes and Gideon poke their heads in. The nerds have been...
Is he still holding the... Are you still holding the book, Suzanne? I would like to try and snatch it out of his hands.
Okay. Suzanne, do you resist? The answer is yes. Ziri, give me an athletics check.
Say, I don't think
Wait,
I have
Wes,
any
nerd
choice
fight.
here.
No.
Okay.
You go to grab it, and Suzanne actually kind of bats your hand away.
I'm gonna kind of roll my eyes and be like, you wanted to look at it first, you could have just asked, and brush past him.
Gax gives you a disapproving look.
I assume this is a really fancy book, huh?
Actually, the book looks fucking tattered as shit, Gideon.
Hmm.
Can't.
Do I know anything about it from looking at it?
It's got that mossy skull.
Yeah.
It's also wet. It's probably not great to hold it.
I mean, they were just outside the door. They probably heard us.
Banging of the handle.
Oh, you're right. Fair.
We were
No,
busy.
that's perfectly fair. It's
Is that book really that valuable?
I can't let it.
Valuable enough for him to decide he had to have it.
Can't let anyone else.
Siri
find this.
fidgets outside, having been denied a really... Honestly, Siri, that was the book. Yeah, you have Belcor's journal, but what the fuck is that thing? Now you're just, like, even more interested in it. Cezanne's a good boy. You've never seen him act like this. That must be the juiciest shit.
So I'm encumbered now.
Oh, well, that sucks, huh?
Actually, not quite yet. But yeah, that is 2 bulk worth of books. That weighs as much
Am I
as
not
20
at 5
books.
1 L at an encumber of 5?
Yeah, it doesn't count until 6.
Yep.
Okay.
I learned this the hard way.
But yes, that was... This book has as many pages as to be about 20 books thick. This is a behemoth of a book. Party grows tense. Nerd fight seems a lot less fun now.
Lead the way.
Alright then.
We say lead the way. It's late.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're probably gonna stop here.
Yeah, probably gonna stop
enough.
here.
Okay. We will go back to our nice little landing page I've made for us. Alright, any last thoughts, any last actions before we continue?
Ooh, cursed book.
What?
This book.
Curse book, curse book!
Last time we had one of these, it was great.
Cezanne,
And
you
I
are now
love,
in possession
working
of an artifact.
Yeah.
Also, Gideon is apparently fateless. Despite what Ren seems to think.
Do sure love convincing Siri to put it down and then failing the way to save myself.
Honestly, it was more
Siri's-
impressed that Siri rolled like a 31 on it.
Not at all salty now. Doesn't at all think that you just
It is
stole
something
it from her.
pretty poetic that the necromancer was like, okay, well, cursed book, I guess you know better. And then the
He was
cleric-
like, but hey, I'll just hold on to it, okay? And she's like, oh yeah, like, fuck you, Will. Okay, let's play this game.
Can't wait for Siri to try to steal that bag when he's not looking.
Siri will have to settle for, Belcor's journal, and the teleportation ritual, and the create undead ritual. Siri's eating good. She'll be fine.
I know. That was the only book that had that many things in it.
Oh, yeah. Did you click on it and see all
I
of
did,
it?
yes.
gonna be honest, I clicked once when it was in the pile, and I was like, wall of text, I see. This is probably important.
I did look at it, but then I was like, I'll be good.
And where did that get you?
Nowhere, and I'm done. being
Never
good.
trust a cleric in my campaign.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Claire's
I'll
getting
never
manipulated
trust
the
anybody
shit
again.
back in Strays campaigns.
It's okay. Ion gets to be Father Garcia later now.
Now,
We shall see.
Ah.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's kind of the upside of being a cleric. If you manage to live through it, you get to be a pretty cool character at the end of it.
I'm just trying not to get the party killed, but then I lose cool things.
Same. And apparently I'm not even supposed to be... I had the threads of fate severed from me, so...
I wonder if you guys will piece together the plot elements pretty soon. Most every one of the foreshadowing has been dropped now. I'm
I have
excited.
ideas.
That's good. I would love to hear some ideas or theories.
Well, first up, I think the new Rose Guard goes deeper than just a title.
Any other
I-
theories?
I've
Yeah, Gideon not supposed to be here is a huge drop-in. Because I think the new Rose Guard is not supposed to consist of Gideon or anyone like him.
The old Rose Guard had a fighter.
It did. Also, Ziri getting hints about, being Belcora. Also, the whole time loop thing. There's enough there to pick from that people here are. They've been here before and they'll be here again, in theory.
Can't wait for my big 3v1 PvP boss fight at the end of the campaign.
Fuck that, dude. Or if you were to toss me a whole ass Awakened Sunblade, then we'll see.
Here's the fun part. Which one of you do you think is going to be the final boss?
Gax.
No, that would be a party wipe, because Gax has Toon Force. Gax plays by Bugs Bunny rules. It would not be a fair fight.
If anything, it would be either Ziri and me at the moment. Outside chance on Sazan.
Well, one
Cat,
of you...
I'm gonna need you to get your shit together.
Well, Gideon, you seem to be fateless. Raleigh, you're a cleric in my world, so you know. And Sirius being teased to be Belcora. Wesk, you're just kind of here, bud.
I don't know. Gideon seems to be the one who's just kind of here. He's not even supposed to be here. He doesn't even go here.
I was just going to point out, but guy who is just kind of here but brought a gun is strong in my world.
I don't know, I'd say so far Wesk is probably Ziri's favorite of the group. I mean, Gideon sold her books, and now Sazan stole one, so pretty much the others are on her shit list.
Wesk fed Ziri Alcahest and threw up in the floor, and she still
What do you mean
thinks
Wesk fed me Alcahest?
Oh,
You're the one who got
right.
it for us.
Exactly.
You're right.
I carried Wesk like a sweet baby back to the inn and fed him Alcahest. We had a root
so
and
many
toot
more
and
books.
great time.
I do want to point out something that I've been sitting on. You guys now know what the book is. In the landing page.
Oh, is that what that is?
It's been a long con the entire way.
Wait,
This
which one
book?
though?
Yeah.
The book is what? Belcora's Journal?
No.
No,
No.
it's the book we just picked up.
Yeah, that one.
Well, no, it's the one Ziri picked up, followed by Cezanne being like, no, it's too dangerous. I should have it.
Does that mean that each of our respective things we thought was just related to us?
I will not elaborate.
Like to point out in that regard, Gideon has nothing.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to be here.
Fucking apparently.
There are small Easter eggs hidden on this screen that hopefully come to pass. Hopefully Wes doesn't just keep critting everything. Because guy who is just brought a gun to the ancient prophecy is strong in my campaign.
Walking through the evil, decrepit old lighthouse with a gun.
Sorry. You probably don't know this. I'm a big fan of Doom, so...
I cast hard. Cool, I cast gun. It doesn't require
Why do I
spell
hear
slot.
E1, M1 in the distance?
I'm telling you, if we just... Everyone gets to have their own version of the adventure, but Wesk's adventure is a first-person shooter. But not like Gears of War, like Doom. Like, it's just...
I literally fucking pulls up E1, M1 as you said that.
Good old E1
Right?
M1. Yes.
You ever heard the Faith Final Boss theme, which is just a Doom song?
No?
Let me send that to you.
Okay.
Just a Doom song.
I'm gonna pull stream down. Say goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.